Hey little nerds, how do you layer your skincare routine? If the thought of serums, moisturizers, essences, toners, mists, chemical exfoliants, physical exfoliants, and prescriptions confuse you, then I'm going to walk you guys through how to layer your skincare routine throughout this video. Who the hell am I? I am Dr. Shereene Idriss, a board-certified dermatologist based in New York City, and we get together every Saturday at 10 a.m. for a Pillow Talk Derm. The goal of these videos is truly for me to help you empower yourself so you can really help yourself. If that sounds like a plan, go ahead and like this video, join the club and follow along, become a nerd, subscribe to my channel, and let me know below what it is you want to learn about next week. As I walk you through the steps of this routine tonight, I usually do not do all of these steps in a single night. I am basically demonstrating the different steps in how to layer a skincare routine throughout this video. It is important for you guys to note that when you are building a skincare routine for yourselves, you always want to first focus it on your skin's biggest problem. But number two, the name of the game is repeat after me. Consistency over intensity. The goal is to get a little bit of all of the steps we're talking about tonight throughout the course of your week and not every single day, because as you're going to learn, some of these steps you cannot do back to back because you will F up your skin and inflame your skin barrier in the process and end up with worse looking skin. Full disclosure, it is Sunday night here. I have the Sunday scaries and I usually turn to an Instagram live to get rid of them, but I decided instead to channel my energy into creating this video for all of you. So step one of your routine, especially at night and in the morning, is to brush your teeth. And it sounds kind of obvious, but not so obvious. A lot of people do their routine and then go and brush their teeth. But by doing that, you might be getting some toothpaste on your mouth, sometimes your neck. And when you're washing your mouth after you brush your teeth, you're going to be washing away some of that delicate product that you've put on your skin. So start off by brushing your teeth and you guys will thank me later. Number two, or let's just go with number one, cleansers. Cleansers are probably the most boring step of a skincare routine and the most overlooked step of a skincare routine. And cleansers have the ability to really change the course of how your skin reacts and lives. Because cleansing your face is the first step of a routine that allows your skin to have a fresh base for all that is to come. Personally, I cleanse at night. I use a basic gentle cleanser at night and I use water in the morning. We will first talk about the nighttime routine. Towards the end of the video, we will talk about the morning routine. But a cleanser should be dedicated to the nighttime. And I'm talking about basic cleansers without any sort of actives. For the longest time, I would always double cleanse using Bioderma's micellar water to get the makeup off, followed by a gentle cleanser like Vanicream, which I actually don't even think, oh, I still have one. Ignore the mess back there. But ever since I launched my cleanser, because this is the most makeup that I wear a day, I skip the micellar water and I double cleanse using my cleanser, which I will demonstrate to you guys in a minute. The reason why the Dr. Idriss Soft Wash is different than this combo is because it is gentle yet effective enough to use around the eyes without burning my eyes and allow me to open my eyes while I work it around to get the makeup off. So it saves me 2 steps in one. Over here. How do we use this? I will demo it in a hot second, but before I do that, these cleansers are cleansers without actives, okay? They are meant to be used every single day by most skin types. Obviously, if you're very oily, you can swap this for a foaming cleanser or use it twice a day at night and in the morning. But these are not active cleansers. Active cleansers are like benzoyl peroxide, penoxyl, or SkinCeuticals has a glycolic acid cleanser. So active cleansers are very different than what I'm about to describe to you guys. And this is the one that universally all of you guys should be using, a gentle, basic cleanser to wash your face. The way I use this, I have a wet cotton pad with the night of the week written on it. And I apply a little bit of cleanser first to my cotton pad. I actually have 7 of these cotton pads that I use every single day. And I start off by first applying this around my eyes, getting all the makeup off my eyes and working the cleanser in. I can even open my eyes without it burning me, so I can see exactly where I've missed and what I need to get still. from the makeup around my eyes. My biggest pet peeve my whole life has been washing my face only to discover that I have raccoon eyes still and I did not do a good thorough wash. The beauty with this is it takes all the makeup off, and then I'm gonna go wash it and then reapply it all over my face and do the thing again. Because it had the cleanser on it, everything comes off with one wash. It's quite amazing. And then I reapply the cleanser to this, and then I go to town. I go to town slightly more aggressively on my face. Anything that I may have missed, I go in, I wash it off. And this allows really for me to pick up all the crud of the day off of my face without having to have any surprises left behind. And it's amazing. It truly is 2-step-in-1 face wash. I'm gonna go wash my face. I'm gonna do the white towel test in front of you guys. I'm gonna try not to cut this video too much. So that is step 1 of washing your face. Quick note about active cleansers. Like I mentioned, when you're using an active cleanser with benzoyl peroxide, glycolic acid, or sulfur, or salicylic acid, you want to let that cleanser sit on your face before washing it off. So when I'm using an active cleanser, if I'm telling patients to use cleansers with actives, it usually means washing their face first with a gentle cleanser to get the makeup off, or using micellar water to get the makeup off, and then allowing their cleanser with the active to sit on their face and then wash it off. Step 2, though, is now chemical exfoliants. If your cleanser is one with a chemical exfoliant like salicylic acid or glycolic acid, you skip this step. If your cleanser is not one with a chemical exfoliant, then this step is for you. Exfoliating is very, very important for our skin because it allows our cells to turn over more efficiently, getting rid of those dead cells that are just lingering on our skin and giving us an overall dull appearance. Additionally, certain type of chemical exfoliants like glycolic acid can hold on to moisture. It has also been shown to improve your collagen production. Lactic acid helps with your pigmentation, discoloration. Mandelic acid is a little bit gentler and can be tolerated by most. There is different types of acids for different types of problems. On average, you want to use a chemical exfoliant like 3 to 4 times a week at night. In the summer, I take it down to 2, maximum 3 times a week at night, especially if I'm going to be out and about in the sun, because I don't want to get more sensitive to the sun, given that I have melasma and I've been able to keep it under control. So how to use a chemical exfoliant depends on the chemical exfoliant that you're using. For demonstration's sake, I'm going to show you guys the Dr. Idriss Flash Mask. This is a 15% glycolic acid mask with lactic acid in it, and it comes on as a gel. The reason I like this type of format for exfoliation is because A, it allows you to dictate exactly where you use the acid. Let's say you're very sensitive around your eyes, don't go too close to your eyes. And it allows you to actually pinpoint where you want to use it and how long you want to keep it for. So for demonstration's sake, I'm not going to leave it on too long because I don't want to have a really long video being recorded on my phone, but usually you can leave it on from anywhere from 10 to 30 minutes. And a couple of times a week, in the winter time, I would say once or twice a week at most, I will leave it on overnight and just wash it off in the morning. Most of the times I go down to my tits, but for demonstration's sake tonight, I'm focusing just on my face. Another nice tidbit about this step is that you can exfoliate your lips if you have a little bit extra left over. Letting it sit on your lips is the first step of lip basting. Using a chemical exfoliant on your lips can allow your lips to also renew itself more efficiently and better. Just word to the wise, if you have any sort of cold sore history, be careful, go with a less aggressive chemical exfoliant. This one is on the stronger side. And I wish you guys could feel my skin under the camera. All right, because I exfoliated my lips, in this step, I will always address my lips before I move on to my face, whether it is I am lip basting or just using a thicker lip ointment or gloss or hydrator. But this is the step where you address your lips and you just let them start soaking in. 3. Step 3 is for the people who live in very dry climates and who have very dry skin. If you are somebody who lives in a much more humid environment and you are more on the oily side and you're not that dry, you could skip this step. And this step is about mists, essences, and toners. Okay, I'm going to combine these two in one because I view this as one category, just different ways of giving you that liquid. Mist, essences, and toners can all be variations of a theme. For the most part, mists are just sort of water, whether it is clear water or mineral water. Mineral water like this one by Vichy or by Aven or even by Evian, I think I have one here, are all meant to help calm any sort of redness and get your skin balance intact because of the minerals in the water. I think Weleda has one which is a hydrating mist. So they're not necessarily all just mineral water when they come in a mist that you purchase. Essences and toners can be anything. This one by SK2 is purely trying to rehydrate your skin and hold on to hydration better. But there are other essences and toners on the market that have exfoliating acids in them. That's why it's important for you guys to know what is in this type of product. And if there is an exfoliating acid in here, obviously I do not want you guys doubling down on this step with an exfoliating acid after exfoliating your face, or worse, using a cleanser with an exfoliating acid as an active in it. So pick your format and stick to it, all right? Don't try to double dip. Your skin will only get inflamed. And when I say double dip in a single routine, I also mean double dip consecutively night after night. So don't exfoliate your face on a Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And when I hear patients tell me that they're exfoliating twice a day, I nearly lose my mind. For demo's sake, I'm gonna just use a mist. I am somebody who gets a little bit more red, especially now between spring and summer and between the fall and the winter as seasons shift and allergies are a little bit out of control. So I'm gonna go ahead and demo how we mist. If you're somewhere humid though, less moisture is what you need because too much moisture can incite a fungus among us and probably break you out in the process. Number 4, I think. This step is for the prescriptions. At this point, you want to go in with your prescription medication. If you have a fungus on your face and you're using ketoconazole, if you are breaking out and you're using an antibiotic, if you have rosacea and you're using azelaic acid, this is the step for prescriptions or spot treatments. Let's say you're using benzoyl peroxide over the counter. You can use it at this step on your pimples. And this is the step where retinols and prescription tretinoin come into play. I'm going to combine the retinols with the prescription tretinoin because in general, they tend to be aggressive on you guys. How you use retinols though is going to differ than how you use the rest of this stuff. The rest of this stuff can go directly at this step, but I'm going to have a little disclaimer here for the retinols and the prescription tret. If you're super sensitive, then you can layer the next 2 steps before applying this and save this till the end. If you're not sensitive at all, you can go ahead and apply this at this step and then apply the next few steps over it. I'm going to demo with an over-the-counter retinol, what I do over here. All you really need is this much, just like that. And I go ploop, 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 ploop. I avoid this area because I always shed, right? But that's all you need for your face. That is it. If you're not sensitive, you can apply it lightly underneath for the under eyes. But if you are sensitive, I would beware by doing that and I would approach cautiously. Then we go into serums followed by eye creams and moisturizers. Like I said, if you guys are sensitive, wait till you do the serums, eye cream, moisturizer and apply the retinols at the end. But when we're talking about serums, I like to use targeted serums for the problems that we have. In humid environments, especially in summer, you do not need a basic hydrating serum. You do not need a hyaluronic acid serum. You probably do not need a glycerin-based hydrating serum because it is very humid out, unless you are really dry or you live in a really dry climate. Most of the serums that you're going to be using are going to hydrate your skin along the way. Plus, I like you guys to use a multi-ingredient serum over here instead of a single ingredient one. Why? Because if you think about the cost of each single ingredient serums and you add them up, you're gonna end up using like $80, $90 worth of multiple single ingredient serums. When you're looking at products that have been formulated with various active ingredients in one, they are usually formulated to be, if it's a legit brand, at their maximum levels of efficacy, where they're not trying to have those actives in at a quote unquote marketing claim, where they are hoping to make a difference for your skin. For example, my line, obviously I'm just gonna use my line as an example here. The Major Fade Hyper Serum has over 5 various actives at higher levels to even out your skin tone and help with the appearance of brown spots. If you're somebody who's really puffy and red, the Deep Puffer is gonna be your person with a bunch of various actives as well. It is not a single ingredient story. Centella asiatica, niacinamide, arnica, you name it, glycerin, it's all in here. So you're getting the humectants and you're getting the actives. For tonight, I am going to stick to the Hyper Serum because I was out yesterday gardening and I want to make sure that I get any sort of potential hyperpigmentation at bay because I was outside for 9 hours. So that is the Hyper Serum. The next step is the eye creams. Sometimes I'll take the Hyper Serum and apply it underneath my eyes to help brighten. If I am feeling like I need more hydration, I'll use like the Isden Chaos cream. But because it's allergy season, I actually just like to use, as you guys can tell, it's actually empty. Oh, is this finished? It kind of is. The depuffer to come underneath. I use it at night because I'm getting all the help that I can get, because Lord knows that I wake up like a puffball in the morning, and this I feel does help to minimize that. So, but I think we have an empty. So that is eye creams. And then the last step is moisturizers. Using a moisturizer that is going to get you to where you want to be. For you guys who are out there who use a vitamin C serum, you would have used the vitamin C serum in the serum step. I use my vitamin C in my moisturizer, and because it is a vitamin C ester, not the active form of vitamin C, I actually top it on top of a retinol. So that I actually do. So this is not just me demoing it for you guys, but I actually do combine this vitamin C with retinols, which takes me to combining ingredients. But before I do that, normally, if you guys like face oils, this is the step that you apply face oils if you like them. If you're very sensitive, now is the step where you apply the retinol. So let's talk about combining ingredients, shall we? Like I just mentioned, vitamin C is not all created equal. The active form of vitamin C, L-ascorbic acid, you probably don't want to combine with a prescription tret, only because both can be very irritating and together it can be worse. But the ester form of vitamin C, like what's in here, can easily be combined with this without causing any further irritation or worsening of that. And it's quite the opposite. The effects of each are amplified and better suited for your skin. But if you are using L-ascorbic acid, you want to make sure not to combine it on the nights where you're using a benzoyl peroxide, because that can render it inactive, or even copper peptides. I think that's probably one of the biggest things you guys should know about the active form of vitamin C. And regarding exfoliating acids, like I mentioned earlier, you don't want to be double dipping in various steps of a single routine, and you don't want to be double dipping on consecutive nights. And there you have it. That is exactly how you layer your whole skincare routine. I walked you guys through it for my nighttime routine. Obviously, for demo's sake, I'm not going to show you guys the morning routine because I'm going to record this all in one go. But in the morning, it is actually much simpler. You wake up, you brush your teeth, you wash your face with water. If you're somebody who is very oily, you can use a basic cleanser in the morning, like this one or a foaming one, but do not use the active cleanser again in the morning. It is going to be way too stripping for your skin. Followed by the cleanser. If you have any sort of prescriptions that you need to apply, you apply your prescriptions on your face, followed then by the serums. Targeted serums are the way to go. Serums that are targeting a problem, whether it is your vitamin C serum specifically, or your hyperpigmentation serum, or your depuffing serum, any sort of serum that is specifically targeting your problem, you apply now. And then you apply your moisturizer. Like I mentioned, I don't use a vitamin C serum, so I will use this. If you're somewhere extremely humid though, you do not need to moisturize at all, because guess what's gonna have your moisturizer? Your sunscreen. Your sunscreen will moisturize your face enough, and you do not need a basic moisturizer. But if you're somewhere drier or have dry skin, go ahead and moisturize prior to applying your sunscreen. And there you have it, folks. That is exactly how you layer your skincare. I hope this video was helpful. I hope the show and tell was helping you better understand the different products. When in doubt, you want to go from thinnest to thickest. And ultimately, the name of the game is consistency over intensity, breaking up this routine throughout the course of the week to get a little bit of everything throughout this test, throughout the course of time. Guys, it's Sunday. I'm wiped. I hope you guys have a beautiful Saturday, and I will see you guys next week. Let me know if you guys have any questions below.